We meet again in Madam Nur Shamsa's biology video, and today we are going to concentrate on the questions that need the knowledge from few chapters. In this case, from Form 5 chapters and Form 4 chapters combined together. And today's topic is same species or not. Now, we look at the hierarchy in the classification of organisms. From which chapter is this? Of course, it is from Chapter 8, Dynamic Ecosystem. So, we look at the classification of organism, started with kingdom. So, for the kingdom, each organism in the kingdom will share certain basic features. And kingdom is the largest unit of classification, meaning it contains the largest number of organisms. As we going down, the number of organisms will decrease. So start from kingdom, the biggest classification, going smaller, phylum. The next one from phylum going to class, the next one going to order, family, genus, and the last classification, which is the smallest number of organisms, is species. So I'm going to show you the example for the classification of this fruit. Do you know this fruit? Of course, it is a durian. So now we look at the scientific names start from the kingdom, the classification. So durian is from kingdom Plantae, phylum Tracheophytes, class Angiosperms, order Malvaceae, family Malvaceae, genus Durio, species Cibertinus. Now we proceed to Linnaeus binomial system in how to name the organism according to their scientific name. So under Linnaeus binomial system, each organism have two names in Latin. The first name, begin with capital letter, refers to the group of genus, which we will write in italic. And the second name begins with small letter, refers to the group of species, smaller group, also written in italic. For example here, piston Petolaria, that is the organism moth. Alright, so piston start with capital B, italic. This one refer to the genus. And Petolaria start with small letter, also in italic, refer to the species of the moth. If we don't want to write in italic, we can also write the name of the scientific name for the organism. Both words can also be written not italic but with underline. But it is still the same. The first word is will start with capital letter. The second word will start with small letter. So these A and B moth belong to the same species, that is piston Petolaria. So the species is Petolaria. Now we look at these two rabbits. So under Linnaeus binomial system, the first rabbit, it is Lepus eleni. So either you write it in the forms of italic or underline them. The second rabbit, belongs to the group of Lepus atticus. Either you write it in italic or you write it with underline. So now the genus. What is the genus for this rabbit? The first letter just now. With the capital letter, the genus is Lepus. So they belong to the same genus. Do they belong to the same species? No, right? Because the second word refers to the species. So the first rabbit belongs to the species of eleni. The second rabbit belongs to the species of atticus. Now, going to the Form 5 syllabus, variation. What is variation? Variation is the differences between organisms of the same species. Alright, so the next slide, we are going to see the application of the naming of the organism with variation. Now, the question says, are the characteristic of both ears for the rabbit is an example of variation. So, from the diagram, we can see that their rabbit ears are not the same. Okay? So, now we must refer to the scientific name of this rabbit. So, the first rabbit is Lepus eleni, the second rabbit is Lepus articus. So, we know they belong to the same genus, but not the same species because the second word is different. The second word refers to the species. So, in answering the questions, are these ears example of variation? Of course, no. Why? Because they are from different species. Variation, if you remember the definition, is the differences from the same species. Now, look at the next question. The question is the same, except the characteristic. Are the characteristic of the colors of the biston moth, so this is biston moth, is an example of variation. Okay, now look at their scientific name. Biston petellaria. Both A and B are from Biston petellaria. So biston, you can see the italic, yeah. So you know this one. The first word is the genus. The second word is the species. So now straight away we know that both of them belong to the same species. So in order to answer the questions, of course this is an example of variation. Why? Because they are from the same species, and it is a continuous variation because the changes in color is affected by the changing in the environment. Now we look at some examples from past year's questions that need to apply from different chapters in order to answer the questions. The first one, diagram 1.3 shows the transport of glucose from the proximal convoluted tubule into the blood capillary in the kidney. Question, explain what will happen to the transport of glucose if the structure X is absent. So the application here is of course about the organelle, the function of organelle, about the process occur at the proximal convoluted tubule, and also about the transport of glucose. The second question, hot water from a factory is released into the river. Diagram 2.4 shows the effect of temperature on the concentration of dissolved oxygen in the river. Questions, explain how this situation causes the death of fish in the river. This is the application from the POT and also about the denature of enzyme and the respiration of the fish. You can try to answer these questions with your teacher, or you may also drop your questions down there. I can check for you. We have come to the end for today's video. So, please like my video and don't forget to subscribe my video to get more tips on how to answer your coming SPM biology questions. Till then, bye-bye.